Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Feels like it's been a while since I've had one of these to do, but with patch 3.2 rapidly approaching, we're going to be seeing quite a few more of these, both before and after the patch. I'm anticipating we'll have many of these previews to talk about in the very near future. Now, the preview that they posted today that we're going to be talking about is the dungeon preview. Now, you guys know that I pretty much see that these previews they don't really mean a whole lot, unless you can pull some sort of information from them. And on top of getting a brief little detailing about the dungeons and what their lore is, something we already got at the most recent live letter, we do get an idea of where the item levels are going to be going in this patch, or at least we start to develop an idea. So first we have the Anti-Tower, which is a Charlian thing that here, I'll just read it. In all creation, what greater mystery could there be than the fate of this very star? To sound the deepest depths, to study the ethereal sea itself. For these purposes and more, the Anti-Tower was built. Abandoned by her Charlian caretakers following the Exodus, it has since been overrun by the magical guardians they left behind. Yet were one blessed with her gift to brave these dangers and ascend it to the furthest reaches, to hear, feel, and think at the heart of this world, what would they find? And then I'll also read the Lost City of Amdapor one really quick, just to get that out of the way. Following the defeat of Diablos, the unnatural Paul choking the crumbling. See, this is why I don't do voices. The crumbling city of Amdapor was lifted, and tranquility restored to the Twelveswood, or so it had seemed. When the fuck it. It's just when the hearers enter the ruins, however, they had scarce begun consigning the stones to the forest, when their elemental allies fled in a sudden panic. By the spirit's agitated whispers did the Seedseers learn that a daunting and hostile presence yet lingered within Amdapor's moldering walls. Unable to complete their ritual of cleansing, once more have the Pajals called upon your aid. Once more you must delve deep inside the ancient city's husk and purge its withered heart of an unknown evil. There we go, and we just have these two pictures now. You'll notice that the prerequisites, really the only things that you have to do is complete the 3.0 story for Lost City and have completed the quest 1. I'm assuming that that's supposed to be the entire name of the Lost City of Amdapor quest, because there's not even a period at the end of that sentence. So just assume you need to beat Lost City of Amdapor normal in order to get into Lost City of Amdapor hard. Anti-Tower, you need to get to the main scenario quest as it once was. Now, the big thing, for me at least with these previews, is looking at the item level requirement, because Square Enix is very, very predictable when we talk about item levels and item level requirements. Now, average item level of 180 or above. That tells to me that dungeons are going to be rewarding I-195 gear. Now, you're probably wondering how I got to that number. Now, I thought I had the tab open, actually, but I went back and looked at the patch 3.0 and 3.1 requirements. The patch 3.0 requirement was item level 150 for, Fractal Never Reap, and that gave I-165. It was I-170 requirement for the most recent dungeons, St. Mosion's and Pharaoh Sirius hard mode. Those gave 185 gear. So, assuming a 15 item level difference in the dungeons, to me, seems like a reasonable thing to do. It also puts things sort of on track. Like, I wouldn't be surprised now to see that the next dungeons in 3.3 have an average item level of 200 or above in order to get in, and they give 215 gear. Because that's how it basically went with, like, the Law Tomestones versus Dungeon Tomestones is, the Tomestones esoterics will probably be the dominant way of gearing up for most players until patch 3.3 comes. And then while, yes, it is still a pretty dominant way of getting the initial gear that you need, it will no longer be even upgraded the best gear you can get. I'm anticipating that the dungeons will, be better than it by 5 item levels in 3.3. But for here, I-195, and I think that kind of puts us on track for probably around I-240, I-245 to be where we end up in this next patch. We'll have to see though. I'm going to be keeping my eye on these previews, letting you know what the likely item levels are based on the average item levels here. They may even start removing that from some of the future previews, just because it's so easy to guess what they're going to do. There's also some other things I'd like to talk about in this video. However, I'm recording this right before a live stream, so I'm going to get going for the time being. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for more Final Fantasy XIV news, updates, guides, all that fun stuff as patch 3.2 approaches. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, and until then, take care.